This sounds like a porn.
Stop. That's what he
there's
said.
so much in there.
Steady stream.
It's a steady stream, but it's going down my shirt right now.
I see that.
I'm soaking it all up with my shirt. It's steady. I'd rather have it in my shirt than in the top of the roof, though, to be honest.
Well, no, for sure.
Alright, well, it's pouring outside. Let me show you real quick. I don't know if you can see all that rain. But it's been coming down real hard for probably about 20 minutes. And we were talking in the kitchen, and I just happened to look over to this light right here. We're in our living room. And that light had a steady drip of water. And believe it or not, that's not how they built those. That's not stock. So I took the light off, and it looks like I put this cardboard in here as like a channel, because it looks like it's dripping directly down. Kristel, can you hold this light out of the way? Looks like the water's dripping directly down from what would be the, I think the wine guard antenna, if I'm not mistaken, which is right here. I think that's where those wires go that are running right there. I'm not 100% sure though. But anyways, I gotta figure out where that water's coming from. If this is the wine guard roof antenna, the bottom of it, what I'm doing is I'm opening, there's a little gasket, like a white seal, little gasket, but it's got a hole in it, so I guess it's not even really a very good gasket. But I opened it with my finger a little bit, and it was full of water. God knows what else is in there, though. Oh, there's more.
Oh. Yeah.
Coming down, you see it?
Uh-huh.
There's going to be a bunch right there,
yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. There's so much in there. This sounds like a porn.
Stop. That's what he
there's
said.
so much in there.
So gross.
It's so moist in there.
And now we just lost followers.
That's alright. We'll gain funny ones. Oh, man. Well, I guess I know what I'm doing tomorrow. I think this is the wine guard. Again, I'm not 100% sure. See that drip?
Oh,
Chris, can you get that drip? See that drip? It's coming straight from that hole right there.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I mean, steady.
Steady. Awesome. We got a little bucket.
Yeah.
And of course it's lightning, so Winter's freaking out.
I'm gonna get a screwdriver. I'm gonna take off my wine guard and see if I can see it. So that is definitely the wine guard antenna up here in this hole. I took off the little plate for where you actually put the gateway router thing. And if you see these gray wires that are mounted right here, zip tied to this plate, they actually go into that hole through the ceiling. So that's what's leaking. Obviously, I'm going to have to wait till later or tomorrow whenever it stops raining to figure out, and lighting.
It's pretty close.
To figure out what the hell is going on with that. But at least we know where it's coming from.
Yeah, that's a plus.
Alright guys, so good morning. I went on the roof last night. I think I found the leak. Looks like some of my sealant is torn right at where my wine guard antenna sits. And I just resealed my roof last week. I guess I missed a spot, or a new crack came up, or whatever. But there's a little tear in one of my pieces of my sealant. I'll go up there and show you before I tear it. I'm gonna pull the wine guard antenna off, make sure there's no water sitting around under that, because I've never been under there, and then reseal it. So I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, so I'm going to do this video down here. The wine guard antenna is right by my front AC, and you can't really hear me up there. It's been running. It's pretty hot out here, so you can't really hear me. Basically, I did find that it was the antenna for sure. The sealant had a crack. For some reason, my antenna base does not sit completely flush on the roof, so there is a small gap that once I took it off and put everything back on, I did have to fill with sealant to kind of close that gap up. So I'm assuming that's where the leak came from. There was water inside of that area, I guess you could say. Once I took off the antenna, there's still sealant left over after I took the base off. It kind of formed a pool of water inside. So that's definitely where it was coming from. A few things. If you go to remove your antenna, it's pretty straightforward. I think there was 6 screws. Mine were Phillips. The sealant, I took a screwdriver, probably not the correct answer. I made sure I stayed on the base of the antenna. I did not touch the roof itself. I pried a little corner up, and then I used my fingers and just kind of rolled the sealant off of the antenna. Took off the screws. It had a little sealant on the base, on the flange, so that was a little tight also. Put my finger up there and made a wedge and just kind of went all the way around the base of the antenna and then pulled it up. On the bottom side, it has those two gray wires that I showed you from the inside of the rig, and then it also has a cable connection, a coax. So you'll want to remove those if you want to take it completely off. I did not. I removed the coax so I could get a little bit more play, but I didn't remove the two gray ones, so I only had a little bit of movement, but it was enough to do what I wanted to do. So once I was done inspecting everything, I went ahead and dried up all the water that was pulled around the antenna. I let the sunlight hit it so it would dry nice and well. And then what I did was I scraped the sealant off the bottom flange, or off the bottom lip of the Winegard antenna. And then I removed as much as I could the old sealant off of the roof itself. Put a nice bead of new sealant around the bottom of the antenna. Seated it on the roof. Reinstalled all the screws. Then I took my new sealant. For my Grand Design Solitude, in my owner's manual, it states Alpha 1010 sealant, so that's what I bought at Camping World. I bought three bottles, 3 tubes. I touched up the screw heads first, all 6 of them, and then I went around and just hit the lip, and then I just sealed it out, probably 2.5, maybe 3 inches out from the antenna onto the roof. Did I use a lot? Yes. Did I use too much? Probably so. Will I need to reweigh my rig? Probably a good idea. Hopefully it doesn't leak though, because we got kind of lucky with that water. Where it leaked, we got really lucky because the water just came directly down and right out of that light in the ceiling. None of the ceiling was wet. I mean, for a leak, we couldn't have asked for a better leak. I mean, we got really lucky. So the circumstances, you know, could have been way worse. It's one of those things though, you know. The only difference between an ordeal and an adventure is attitude. So that's what that was. This was not meant to be a Winegard removal and install tip video, but I just want to show you guys what happened. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. Please subscribe to our channel. Please like this video. Give me a comment. Has anybody had any roof leaks of your own?